Need a note for Monday? Okay. So I had a hard few days last week with my favorite uncle dying. Having to shell out a large amount of money to fix my car. Thankfully my friends and family have been there for me, especially my best friend and roommate Kay. Kay works as a custodian for a private company that cleans places like banks, schools, etc. He was scheduled to be off on Monday and we were going to the movies to see the D&D movie to give me a pick-me-up. His boss, however, wanted him to come in anyway even though no one would be at the bank. As much as Kay tried to tell his boss, they refused and said only a right of God could get him off. Malicious compliance. I was ordained in 2014 and the day after Easter is Bright Monday. Long story short, one letter later he has the day off and they can't say anything due to Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Because he can't prove that he is needed, he can't refuse the letter. Guess it was a right of God. Person shrugging thumbs up. My condolences regarding your loss. The MC was excellent though. Sorry, I'm not religious. So can you explain why you have the power to give someone the day off work? For context, I'm Aussies and Easter Monday is a public holiday. Condolences for your loss. MC was perfectly executed though. Tears of joy. Wow. Sorry to hear. Glad you have a great support network. And you have inspired so much potential pettiness with my ordainment. It's an Easter miracle. Rabbit face. Condolences on your car. And your uncle. Hope you enjoy the movie. I hope an act of God doesn't prevent you from seeing it. I loved it. Up. I'm sorry about your uncle. My condolences. That was a bright idea. When it hits you, it might hit harder than you expected. In my case, it's always immediately and immeasurable. I break down into uncontrollable crying and I can't be anything. No comforting. No conversation. Just me in a world nothing else exists in. When my aunt passed, I was at work. My mom called and the tears started and I wasn't. I remember faintly that my dad took me home. I remember crying at home and thinking about her. I remember vaguely touching on, I should tell one of my father no. No one else will care. She was important to me. They never met her, and I never called or talked to a single friend about her during my grief. Grief is so strange because sometimes it causes us to hurt ourselves more because our thoughts are no longer in our hands. I hope your grief arrives in a place you can handle it. Surrounded by people who can help you grieve. The feeling that you can't let it out because no one cares is. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. Ever. Grief isn't linear. Friend. It comes and goes as it wants to with no concern for our lives or schedules. When my dad died, I was fine. I handled the arrangements since my mom was unable to function and my older brother was a waste of space. I was fine. I picked his clothes, gathered the things to go into the coffin when he was cremated. All through it, I was fine. I was even fine at the visitation. Family, friends, customers. I was fine. Then my coworkers walked in. I'd found out he died during work. Cue the instant, soul-shattering sobs. I don't know why my coworkers set me off, but I was fine until they arrived. I'd only been working that job a few months and they made the effort to find out where, when, and brought flowers. That's what got me. It's been 26 years and some days. It's a fresh wound. On other days, I forget his face, or I forget how he sounded. Recovery from loss isn't linear. There's no right way. There's only your way. I'm so terribly sorry for your loss. Up. I wish you love. I wish you peace. I wish you healing. And one day you're going to smile when you remember him. Or laugh at a memory. Not many people can claim an epitaph so fine as to be remembered with a smile or laughter. Some people are simply incapable of seeing someone enjoying life for even a little bit. A day off, which should not even be worthy of mention, is impossible because it means the employer has less control over the life of their employee. An unbearable thought. Even though the employee would not be able to do anything productive, they are not allowed to dedicate some time to their own life. Finally, the church is good for something. KOHVGU. Sorry for your loss. Sending millions of hugs! Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Love the MC though. Chaos says hi grinning cat. I am sorry for your loss. I'm so sorry for your loss. As someone mentioned, it will probably happen when things settle down and start to go back to normal. I'll also add that it's when you least expect it. You'll see something that brings back a memory of your uncle. Or maybe a situation in which you'd call or text him. And then game over. The first time it happens is definitely the worst. Because you're never prepared for it. Grieve how you need to. And ignore anyone who tells you you're doing it wrong. Much love op. And thanks for the great story. I can tell that you're a fighter and will be just fine. Slightly smiling face. Sending you love and light as you matriculate through the grieving and healing process. Thankful that your support system is so amazing. Love this. I was ordained in 2000, and now I know how to make that status more useful. Slightly smiling face. Your roommate is KK Slider? I hope his music practice doesn't keep you up at night. Amazing creativity. My sympathy for your loss.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.